did pick up as we were docking, so typical boat move there, I guess.
Hi, we're Jen, Elliot, and Ollie. In 2019, we left the United States and backpacked through 11 countries, all before deciding to come back home and try something completely new, pivoting into boat life. Our current adventure is America's Great Loop, a 6,000-mile journey through small towns, big cities, and the wilderness from the eastern portion of the United States, through the Great Lakes and Canada, and down the Midwest rivers, all aboard our home on the water, Pivot. Make sure you subscribe as we share our journey through the highs, lows, and everything in between.
I know these stepping stones I've walked alone to you, my home. Now I stand by your side.
What'd you get?
Got some trash.
Excellent.
You know, just trying to do my part.
Awesome.
Yeah. Man, always like, bring me back onto the boat into the warmth. It's so cold. Jennifer's still in her pajamas too.
Yeah. Come on inside.
It is a cold one today. I'm gonna go ahead and preheat Linda, our Layman engine, so that way we're not cruising along for a really long time before our engine heats up. So we'll let it warm up a little bit as we cook breakfast and then raise the anchor.
It's a pretty spot. And it was off the channel, nice and safe. Nicely done.
Today is the second day on our side trip to Nashville, and we have a city we're going to today, Clarksville. They have a free dock for day use, and then I think you pay a slight fee for overnight. So that is the plan, and we're excited to cruise further down the Cumberland River because it's just gotten more and more pretty the further in we've gone. And the trees are just gorgeous.
A few weeks ago, our friends on Amy Marie, Beth, and Mike, but Beth was the one who sent it to me. Beth sent me this recipe for banga barta or something like that. I made it while we were at the Kaskaskia Lock and Dam, and it was so good. We ate it up within minutes. So when we were at the store last, I got 2 eggplants because last time we just had 1. And right now I have all the same ingredients to make some naan. So I'm gonna make up some naan, which has to be made like well in advance of the actual banga barta. So I'm gonna make some banga barta later this afternoon, but first I'm gonna start making the naan, and I'm gonna make some garlic naan. It's going to be very, very good. dough. And we don't have plastic wrap on board. Try to reduce our single-use plastics. So we have this like container thing. Last time we have like Ziploc bags that we reuse, like I wash and I reuse them, and I put that on top with a rubber band around it last time. So that was my like creative boat task, or boat hack, I guess. It's not really a hack. I don't know, whatever. But this has to sit for like 45 minutes to an hour in a warm spot in the boat. Last time I put it on the engine, but today since we have a lot of sun coming in, I'm just gonna put it in the sun and hopefully it'll warm up and double in size and do its thing real fast. But we'll see this in like an hour. We have a semi-doubled, almost, maybe it's just like 1.5 times its size. When I was thinking about it afterwards, because I was checking it several times, I probably had the water too hot, but you know what? Don't have a thermometer, so it is what it is. I'm sure it'll be fine. But we have a somewhat risen...
It smells good.
Yeah, it does smell good.
It smells yeasty.
It smells yeasty. So I'm gonna turn these into 8 naans ready to be put on the skillet. The first step is you have to put them into these like more like, you divide up the dough, but then since I do not have a rolling pin on board, I'm gonna be using, I think, a wine bottle. It'll be fine. And then you put it on this cast iron skillet and you cook it. And I'm gonna put some garlic in these. So I'm gonna chop up some like fresh garlic and then roll it into the dough. And then I'll make the bangin barta. And it's pretty bangin'.
Just like that, we have made it to Clarksville, which is our first town on the Cumberland River on the way to Nashville. And it is a big, it's actually a really big city, it looks like. Big highway next to the, like a little riverfront park, it looks like. Cool. And we're going to the free dock, which we heard you need to call somebody if you're gonna stay overnight, but you can stay overnight, so we're gonna do that. Not sure how much it costs. I think it's like $20 or $30 a night, so very reasonable. But it will be our home for tonight as long as we can get in. I much prefer docking from the flybridge, so let's do this.
All right, boat is all ready. You can see the dock. A boat just tied up to the dock, so we are the second boat that's going to be coming to the dock. But there is plenty of room for us. There's probably room for like 3, maybe 4 smaller boats. That looks good so far.
I'll sort of come in kind of more perpendicular and then I'm going to turn into it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try stern line first.
I'm going to try midship.
Okay.
Yeah, try midship first. If you can do stern line, that's fine. Then I can keep the balance.
Okay.
I'm gonna come down there and we can move it back together. That was really good practice for docking into the wind and current. the wrong way. So like the current's going and pushing the boat forward, or at least the current plus wind force equilibrium is pushing the boat that way, and we docked into the wind, so you have to use a lot of reverse and go super slow, which is what I did, and it was good practice, because sometimes you don't always have the current with you or in the correct direction for you to leave. But hopefully tomorrow morning when we leave, the current will be helping us off the dock. We won't have this northerly wind working against us.
The dock does have room for probably 4 solid boats. So it's a very comfortable dock. There is power. However, we chose not to get any power because the only 30 amp power plug is like all the way at the other end of the dock where we are not at. You do have to call the city of Clarksville, which is part of their Clarksville Parks and Recreation, to pay for your overnight dockage. For us it was $17 since we did not include electricity, but it's a great spot. We'll have great access into Clarksville to explore a little bit more, and as well as taking Ollie out, which is just going to be really easy. So I'm about to go for a walk with Ollie, a nice long walk, and Elliot is going to go for a run.
Exercise.
It's like one of our favorite reasons too for being on the dock is like the ease of access to get to land, to go for a run, go for a walk. It's just that much easier. So we're pivoting. I tried to make this earlier today but didn't get to, so we're doing it now. That's okay. It's like dinner.
That's all right.
That's just fine.
You know, dinner's good too. So the run was good, by the way. If you hear me huffing and puffing behind the camera, it's because I'm just sprinting. 3.5 miles total.
1.5 miles.
Nice. Same time though.
Same time.
Right.
And yeah, pretty good though. I mean, Ollie's now sleeping, or now napping, so
yeah.
That's good.
Sizzle.
In Indian food, the typical aromatics are onion, a lot of the time it's red onion, fresh ginger, fresh garlic, and pepper. So the recipe called for serrano. The grocery store didn't have serrano peppers, so I'm using jalapeno. But those are the typical kind of aromatics in this dish, and that'll be like carried throughout. So many different variations of recipes have the same kind of like base, and then they build off of those flavor profiles with like different vegetables or whatever it is. So it's gonna smell fabulous in here. I mean, it already is starting to smell good, but it'll smell even better in like 3 or 4 minutes.
Boom, chico.
Boom.
Whoa, look at that naan.
Yeah, it's a little
Wow.
burnt. That's okay.
You did a fantastic job. I haven't even tried it yet, but it looks amazing.
Yeah, it smells good. So we're doing Indian style tonight, which is with your hands, and yeah, so it's kind of like a dip, and it is so stinking good.
Is it banging?
Mm-hmm. It's banging.
Nice. Got a gorgeous sunset just off the boat here in Clarksville, and stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. We're going to be going into Clarksville, seeing a little bit of the town before we continue our side trip to Nashville. We can get to Nashville tomorrow, but I don't think we will. So we're going to try to extend it as much as possible because it's just so pretty. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you then.
I'm mounting the GoPro onto our light up here, and as I'm doing that, Ollie is sitting right here in my seat. Ah, this girl. She's ready for the cruise. That's all I can say. How should I say that? Bangin' Barda. Bangenbarda. Bangenbarda. What?
Nice.
I was gonna Whoa. Oh my god, I just caught the camera.